Yo, what is up, guys? Paps here, back with another video, and as you can see from the title, we're going to be talking about something that I've seen a lot in my chat on streams. It has to do with the ranking system and how easy it is and yada yada yada. But before we talk about that, I want to do a couple updates. And first of all, I did get GC in 3s yesterday, which is cool. I'm happy to get that back. I have not got GC rewards. I literally just got GC. I lost one game, and then instead of losing everything I gained, I got off. And also, we're getting closer and closer to that level 1000. We're level 990. I'll probably get level 1000 tomorrow, maybe tonight. I guess we'll see. But either way, let's get into some games, and then I'll talk about the rank system. Okay, guys, so I'm going to be playing and trying to talk about this at the same time. So hopefully I can form some sort of a coherent rant, I guess. But first of all, like I said earlier, a lot of people who have been GC for multiple seasons, or maybe got GC a couple seasons ago, have been coming into my streams, or, you know, consistently come to my streams. And something they say fairly often at the beginning of a new season is that GC is easier to get, GC is not hard, yada yada yada, GC means nothing. And yes, I do understand where these people are coming from. You do have probably an easier time getting to GC nowadays than you did back in the day, but that's also because people have gotten better at the game in general. They've put more hours in the game. And I would say, like, skill wise, you need more skill nowadays to get GC, but as you keep playing and as you keep putting more and more hours in the game, you're just going to be getting better in general. So I guess I can understand where those people are coming from. You know, the people that have like 3,000, 4,000 hours, they've been GC for multiple seasons, and they're like, oh, this is easy, like, I keep getting GC. But like, they have to understand, or you have to understand, that if you've been GC one season, if you keep playing Rocket League, you're going to be good enough to get GC next season. That's just how it works. Like, if you were able to achieve the rank the prior season, it only makes sense that you're going to be able to achieve it the next season. Like, I feel like that just makes sense. And I feel like people either are ignoring that or are just pretending that that isn't the case. Like, they're trying to, maybe they think that because they got GC the previous season, it doesn't mean anything about the next season. But like, it does. That's just how a ranking system works. Like, it's not like you're gonna get worse at the game and not be good enough to get GC the next season, unless you stop playing, of course. And again, I can see where people are coming from. You know, at a certain point, you're gonna get good enough at Rocket League. You know, when you put in all those hours, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, you're gonna get good enough at a point where getting the highest rank in the game isn't gonna be too much of an issue for you. Maybe you get it like a couple days into the season, a week into the season, whatever, and maybe all that. Sorry, my teammate bumped me twice when I was trying to dribble. All that excitement and all that like achievement that you feel when you first get GC, you don't get that excitement anymore because you've hit GC 2, 3, 4 times. So again, I can understand where they're coming from with that mindset, that, like, you know, getting GC is much an accomplishment. But on the other hand, like I said, that's just how it is. It's just when there's a ranking system and you've achieved the highest rank, even if there's a new season, you know, you're gonna be, unless you stop playing the game. Unless you stop playing the game, that was my bad right there. You're gonna be good enough to get it next season. And I looked at some data. I'll probably link it in the description. The rank distribution from season 7 to season 8, there actually technically was a times 2 increase in Grand Champion in 2s and 3s. I believe I have it pulled up over here. Season 7, it was 0.08 for Grand Champion and 2 is 0.08%. And then Season 8, it was 0.16. So technically that is a ×2 increase. So twice as many players got GC Season 8 from Season 7. And also it's the same thing in 3s. 1s in solo standard remain relatively the same, so that's not really a problem. But again, like I said, so that kind of supports the argument, oh, getting GC is easier, more people are getting GC. But again, that's just the way it is. Even with facts to support it, that kind of honestly proves what I'm saying as well, that, you know, as more people get more hours, as more people play the game, wow, we're crushing these kids. Anyways, yeah, as people get more hours, people get better at the game, more people are going to achieve that highest rank. You know, the gap is just going to get bigger. Like, the higher GCs are going to keep getting higher, and more people are going to get that lower GC. And I think... Okay, actually, how about this? Before I say what I think a solution is, we're going to finish this game up because I really feel like their team's going to forfeit. And I don't want to be interrupted mid-sentence. So let's wait for these guys to forfeit, and then we'll continue my argument. They did forfeit. Yada, yada, yada. Not surprised. Their teammate abandoned match. For the rest of this video, I'm going to just sit in training and mess around with the ball, because it actually is hard to play. If I'm not focusing on the game really and I'm talking about something else, I feel like I play so much worse and make so many mistakes. Anyways, so as I was saying, so to recap, more people are getting GC. Twice as many people got GC from Season 7 to Season 8 in almost every mode except, well, in half the modes technically. You know, not many people play solo standard. And actually in 1s they made it easier to get GC this season with the rank recalibration. So I'm assuming that even more people are going to get 1s GC. And I think a great solution for this is to add another rank past Grand Champion. Or maybe even add a rank in between Diamond and Champion. In some shape or form, they should add another rank. And I feel like this would really add another grind in the Rocket League. Maybe make it so all the players that are saying, oh, getting GC is easy, yada yada yada, give them something more to work for. So maybe if they add a rank past Grand Champion, maybe they add a rank just for top 100 players, or maybe just for top 500 players, whatever MMR that is. I think adding another rank and adding another reward past Grand Champion rewards would give those players that are grinders and Grand Champions and high rank players, high competitive players, it would give them something more to work for. And I think that they would really appreciate that, because while the top percentage of players, you know, like 1600, 1700 plus MMR players, they might not represent a big portion of the player base, but they do represent a lot of hours put into this game. So they're not really like the casual players that might put in, you know, 1 hour every couple days, 2 hours every couple days. Those really high ranked players are usually players that play for hours and hours every day. And I think if they want Rocket League to keep progressing as a competitive game and to improve the ranking system, that I think doing something for these high ranked players would benefit Rocket League as a whole. And, you know, I'm just a content creator / player, so I'm not quite sure the logistics and how exactly it would work, but I believe that adding another rank certainly would help the ranking system as a whole. And like I said, give something more for people to grind for, because I know I already almost have Grand Champ rewards and it's not going to stop me from playing, but if I had something to grind for after Grand Champion rewards, that would certainly make me want to grind maybe just that little bit harder, and unlock that that next tier. Anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. It was a little different. I talked about something that I was thinking about last night, and just for the past week since the new season started. If you guys have any arguments, any counterpoints, I'd love to discuss it. And yeah, love you guys. Have a great day, night, whatever time it is when you watch the video. Make sure you like and subscribe if you did like what you saw, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.